How you gonna tell a woman to bring somebody around for a man to vet him when
Hi, shenanigans.
when half the men tell a woman let that man cheat in peace. half the men be doing that Dr. Umar shit, talking about he'll tell his daughter oh how much he when he cheated on her, when he cheated on you, did he mean it? Was he in love with the woman, or was it just physical? That be the shit that men be telling women. Well, how did he cheat? What type of cheating was it? Did he kiss her? Like shit like that. But then, oh yeah, men don't, y'all, first of all, men don't pay attention to shit outside of themselves anyway, for the most part. How the fuck you gonna ask the group of people who generally don't give a fuck about anybody besides themselves to look outside themselves and start clocking what another person is doing, right? First, because that's what you gotta do to vet. You gotta actually pay attention. Right, and then we can all tell by on this panel. You can just look at today. Y'all believe these men be listening to anybody, even other men? You think they be listening to anybody, men or women? No, y'all not listening. You got to listen to vet. That's a first step of vetting. You got to listen to a motherfucker. So we already know that ain't gonna work. So don't nobody. There's you can't entrust men with the duty of vetting other men. It doesn't make any sense. And also, men will be the first ones to tell you that they homies. That even though we know, like Shan already said, 60% of women get SA before they turn 18. Before they turn 18, right? Girls. But then they'll turn around and say that, oh, my homie, I don't know nobody that's ever done anything like that. Never in my clique. That'll never happen to me. But it's but more than likely, statistically, there's probably at least one dude in your group that has done that. You just don't know.
Don't you have ADHD? Oh, bro, don't you have ADHD? You're a fucking idiot. You don't have no common sense. You have ADHD.
What's the
Don't
perk?
you know the symptom is not being smart? People.
What's the perk?
So you come up. The perk is you come up here every day acting like you're smart. Do you know only 17% of black men have ever committed that crime in the United States, but yet 57% of white teen men have committed that crime. That crime is being perpetrated by white teen men.
What?
But men like you come up and say anything to make women seem right. You're a fucking disgrace.
What are you talking about? What's your perk?
You're a pitiful excuse of a man.
Why are you so angry?
Go learn, because I'm tired of him. Go learn about your disability, sir.
Why are you tired of him?
You don't remember well. You don't retain information well, right? So I don't need dummies like you educating our women and our youth.
Why are you so angry?
Because he always come up and he's talking bad about men. He say things that's untrue, and he's not smart enough to retain the information.
Yeah, Mac. Look, Mac. You're not gonna ever be able to stop him, man. I mean, it's too many people that support him, and it's pointless though. So you just getting.
Look, mind your fucking business. Mind your fucking business. Let me do me.
I'm trying to save you, brother. I'm trying to save you.
You ain't saving me.
Because what are you gonna do about him being how he is? What you
I'm
gonna
speaking
do?
my mind. That's what the fuck I'm doing.
Right,
I'm
nothing.
My mind, bitch ass nigga. I'm speaking my fucking mind. Mind your business.
Okay, I see. Maybe I'm about to be on the panderer side now. I'm sure team panderer. Okay, I got you.
Well, we don't need you.
Dang, I see what these women be going through, man. Let me go on their side.
We need you.
These men are dangerous.
You're not intelligent enough.
These men are dangerous. I'm sorry, y'all. I was blinded. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm on y'all team now.
Yeah, well, good. Go on their team. We don't need you.
Oh my, I see.
Like you on our side.
That's crazy.
Bitch ass nigga like you on our side.
That's unhinged.
Can I say something, please?
I don't represent all men. I represent.
No, let me finish. Dang. All I'm saying is that I don't get how it's saying these not a married people. That's the one I'm getting on. These so-called happily married people talking about not being in a married movement. Make that one make sense. That's my biggest thing. I don't get how these happily married people is in this movement.
Or can I speak now, please?
Go ahead.
Okay. Am I getting an answer for that?
He asked you a question at the same time.
Hold up. I'll go and then I'll answer that at the end, okay? Can y'all mute up while I speak, please?
I'll go after you, Tara.
That's fine. Can everybody mute while I speak, please? So I want to, because I go in and I just listen to lives and conversations. So I just want to, I want everyone to listen up. Some of the men may try to interrupt me while I'm speaking, but I want you to know if they do, it's intentional, okay? So let me explain this. Black women's situation is unique in this country, okay?
Tap the screen.
4B is global, but it's essential that we do join this movement, okay? We have to understand that Black women have been the backbone of the abolitionist movement, the civil rights movement, women's rights movement, even the Black Lives Movement. However, many women don't even know who our leaders are. We don't even know their names. And the reason why our situation is unique is because we have been a driving force behind the civil rights movement based on race. However, when the men got their rights, they didn't advocate for our rights. And then we had an issue with the feminist movement, and they advocated for their rights and not our rights, right? And in this situation is unique. If you've never seen the Black male checklist, please go look at it so you know what I'm talking about. And what's happened is the reason why the message is saying decenter is because if you look at the conversation up here, we're trying to have a legitimate conversation. And the men are using manipulation tactics to derail the conversation, to focus it on ourselves. And then they gaslight. They tell us stuff we know it doesn't make sense. And we try to rationalize and we think we're crazy. The reason why we've been able to connect this en masse is because we have been communicating with each other. So you have to see through what they're doing. If I was in a Supreme's live the other day, we was trying to figure out, because we're saying it's like women, we know like we're more communal, like it's this connection we have, right? And we're trying to figure out what are the pick-me's there for. Like we're trying to figure it out. And I think I know one of the reasons the pick-me's are there. The men will never tell you what they think of you. They will never tell you how they feel. They won't admit it. But they go in these rooms and they say stuff because they know some women are listening to it. And if you want to know what they really think, listen to the pick-me's, because the pick-me's listen and they mirror back what they're saying. So I just wanted to put that out here. If you don't already have a community of Black women, please go speak to them. Build a community. I've recently, super villains here. I've been in more lives with like white women. It's important that women do have to work together, but you make sure when you are in those groups, you let those women know there has to be boundaries set in place. And it's important that the voices are Black women, specifically dark-skinned Black women. You have to go to the most oppressed to get the most information. Just remember, when the men come up, if you, a few things we point out the gaslighting, Laugh's going to say something because I said his name. But every time he speaks, he doesn't add anything, but he always ends with a question. And he does that so that when he mutes, we are talking about his question instead of the actual conversation. So I just wanted to add that. Thank you.
But yeah, the name of the game is definitely to gaslight, because when you talk, I mentioned it earlier, you can support a movement without being a part of a movement. Like when you go to a breast cancer walk, I think we all heard me mention that. When you go to a Labor Day walk, I think I mentioned that. When you go to, back to school rally, I mentioned that you don't have to be a parent, you don't have to have children, that you don't have to have breast cancer, that you don't have to be jobless, that you don't have to be experiencing, a job that's non-unionized or a job that's mistreating you in order to support a movement where there are people who are experiencing that. That is literally how you do that. But also the other thing is too, because a lot of people do this. They'll say, how are you happily married? And you out here, you talking about feminist talking points, and you talking about patriarchy, and you talking like you benefit from these things. Why are you talking about that? When you experience having an autonomous relationship where you experience peace, where you experience love and compassion and empathy, you want everybody to experience that as well. So you will advocate for people who are experiencing oppression more because of the fact that you know what it's like to experience the opposite end. It's literally like telling somebody who's trapped in a fence, hey, you need to get from behind this fence because there's so much more to life outside of living in this box. You are going to tell that person until you're blue in the face that you need to be able, you need to get out of this fence because there's more to experience. And I think that people have it the opposite way, because a lot of men, public can quote me on this, a lot of men want what? Cellmates, not soulmates. They see women experiencing life. They see women experiencing freedom. It pisses them off. And so instead of them saying, I want to get a piece of that freedom for myself, they say, hey, I want to marry you. I want to give you a baby so that you can be trapped too, because I feel like this system is holding me down. And now I need for it to hold you down too, so that I won't be so lonely. But for women, that's just not the case. Women find friendships, love, compassion in their friends. They find love, compassion, empathy in having nieces and nephews. They can find it literally everywhere because of the fact that being feminine socially means that you can be emotionally intelligent and in tune with your feelings, whereas being masculine socially means that you have to be aggressive and callous, and you can't experience those same things that women experience. So that's how that happens. Thank you for the gifts too.
PG, I just want to let you know, Lav said that everything you said was cap. You just unhappy and bitter. That's why you said that. Just so he said it in the comments stuff.
Wait, who said that?
I believe that.
Lav said that.
My boy, I ain't said nothing like that, bro.
Oh, you
and they
probably
gonna believe.
Okay, tell me what
they probably gonna believe you because you said that too.
Then. I'm sorry.
All I said was the answer I was looking for, because I was being funny. The answer I was looking for, at the end of the day, they not really happy. That's what I was getting to. I never said she was.
Okay.
So I just wanted to, I came up here because
disconnect, and that will be the end of the argument. But instead, like, you choose to sort of be enraged about these things. If this is what women are facing on the internet, you have to know that well, not in real life, because TikTok is real life, but you have to know that in the dating climate that it is probably 10 times worse. So you can support the movement without being a part of it.
So let me say this real quick.
Before you go, Laugh, because I'm about to drop. I'm going to just say this one thing. Because I'm about to drop, then you don't have to deal with me no more for the rest of the day. So, yeah, my issue with this whole conversation, again, is the fact that, like, all these women are saying these things, the same thing in different ways. Some of us are being a little more eloquent and respectful, and some of us are saying, fuck that shit. But we're all saying the same thing at the end of the day. And my issue is a lot of even the men in the comments not being able to clock manipulation and passive aggressiveness and disrespect, because these men put flowers on their disrespect. And that's the problem. Y'all walk around telling us, oh, we don't see these things. We don't know men that behave like this. Because y'all allow men to manipulate you more than they do it to us. Men will be saying something that is wholly disrespectful, but they say, but I support the 4B movement. And y'all are like, why are y'all being so rude to him? He supports y'all. So again, when y'all tell people, oh, bring men to other men in your family to be vetted, y'all don't know how to vet shit, because men will be disrespectful as hell to women right in your face, and you will pretend not to hear it because they're not talking like I'm talking. And that's fucking dumb. Y'all have a blessed one.
How you want to bring